Hello, my name is Nathan Boles. I am a programmer on Team Artscapade. My major contributions of note are the drone movement system and our thieves. Recently, I literally just finished patching a weird bug with our drone movement where it just decided not to move for some reason. Took me way too long to figure out. But yeah, looks like we have thieves roaming around. Let me get to the main camera so you can, yep, there's one of them. Trying to be sneaky. Here's a hint for anybody who's having trouble. If you spot a thief, keep the camera on them. They're particularly camera shy and not all too bright, all things considered. If you have a camera on them, you can have the drone sneak up and capture them just like that. With that, pawn is right back where he started. Won't be seeing him for a bit. Or there are of course other thieves roaming around.
Hi, I'm Teammate McCarthy, and I served a creative directorial role for the Project Artscapade by keeping the team on track and outlining key goals we needed to achieve. I created the furniture room layouts, modeled furniture, and created a majority of the 2D art pieces displayed and 3D art displays in our piece. I also worked on designing the scene lighting and setup of the shading for our game, and spearheaded our game's sound design and soundscape. And I mostly worked on keeping our team together, on task, and working with group members to work through issues. I also encouraged transparency and communication throughout our group. I even networked and collaborated with other games such as Gatebreaker and Clip for Easter eggs within our game. I also worked on adjusting the lighting and applying cell shading to our scene and created materials to add color and variations to our environment to look more stylized and cartoonish to really envelop our characters. I also created emblems for our characters and being content, but I ended up creating a lot of content, theories, and concepts to develop and create our story that help build the world that our characters live within and added existence to them. Overall, I'm proud of how I kept our team on track and worked on improving my work relationship with my team.
Hey there, my name is Nick Basile, and I was the lead level designer and 3D modeler for our game, Artscapade. My main responsibility was designing a map that could make full use of our drone's mechanics. It was intuitive to navigate, offered numerous interesting and fair camera angles, and provided our devious art thieves with enough hiding spaces to get their job done. Intuitive map design is a crucial component for games in the same genre as Artscapade. I started with a rough beta map and then took what I learned from feedback and personal experience in order to hone these ideas into a much more suitable map for our needs. All of my models are made in Blender, with some rudimentary textures created in Inkscape. They're simple, but they serve our purpose as well. Since the thieves are all 2D sprites, I wanted to keep the geometry and textures as flat and simple as possible, to not distract the player from the thieves they're supposed to be watching out for, and to match their cartoony style. I was also responsible for the vast majority of 3D models in the project. In addition to the map, I also created art pieces, furniture, and general clutter to give our museum life and ensure our thieves could plot their heist. I then established the camera angles each room used and moved the furniture and art pieces around to make sure the players could see everything they needed from each perspective and nothing more. I hope you enjoy our lovely museum.
Hi, my name's Ethan. I'm the lead 2D artist of Artscapade. My job was to create the characters and the thieves that takes place in the game. For the design ideas for the thieves, I wanted to create a band of thieves that were not only quirky by nature, but each had different talents and different unique abilities. For the enemies, I wanted to create enemies that were unique and varied in the ways that they attack and steal. For example, my first two enemies I created was a dog and a cat named Pawn and Call. Their aim is straightforward. They go for any artwork and not try to hide between it. For the next villain, I wanted a villain that could camouflage, so I chose a chameleon, which his name is Gulian. For the fourth villain, I wanted to create a villain that was tiny and hard to see and really takes advantage of hiding. So that's how Rodini was created. And finally, for the last thief, I really wanted to make a villain that likes to hide in the shadows. And what better way to use than a shark? And that's how Shadow was made.
Sebastian. I am the UI and one of the programmers of this project, Artscapade. As you can see, from the main menu, anything from the main menu, the how to play, all the UI design and function was done mainly by me, but with the art assets helped by Ethan. The logo, as you can see, done by our artist Ethan. So these are just some of the main menu screens or UI screens that I've worked on, designed. But yeah, my main role, this project has mainly been doing UI. I helped on one game mechanic, which was the camera switching. But other than that, I was mainly doing the outside stuff from the game mechanics. So this is just some gameplay for what the player might see when they're playing. I'm also part of the design team because a lot of the dialogue boxes, the button UI, is all designed and done by me as well. What else can I really say? I'm really just showing gameplay. I don't really know how much y'all are gonna hear. Other than UI and some design stuff that I've done, I also worked on a little bit on audio and video assets, bringing in them into the game using the assets in the game.